Becoming a star in the NFL is really hard to do, and for players that do become stars, it's hard to maintain that level of play for multiple seasons. So today, we're going to talk about some NFL players who were stars for one season and then were never quite that good ever again. Now, Tim Tebow was a first-round pick back in the 2010 NFL Draft, and he obviously didn't become the NFL star that many people thought he would. And although many people would refer to his NFL career as disappointing, that doesn't mean he didn't have any success, because during his second year with the Denver Broncos in 2011, he led the Broncos to a 7-4 record and even won a playoff game against the Steelers in the first round of the playoffs. And even after winning a playoff game and having a good year, the Broncos decided to trade Tebow to the New York Jets because they had questions about his future potential. And after that season, Tim Tebow never got to be a starting quarterback in the NFL ever again. So although Tebow's career did have its fair share of fun moments, it didn't last very long. Robert Griffin III had a lot of hype coming out of college, so he got drafted second in the 2012 NFL Draft by Washington, and in his first year, he backed up the hype, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year and being a Pro Bowler while throwing for 3,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, and he led Washington to the playoffs where they lost to the Seahawks. But at the end of the season, Griffin had to get surgery to get his ACL repaired, and after this season, RG3 was never quite the same player after dealing with a lot of injuries since he never played more than 13 games again in one season, and those injuries had affected his running ability, which had made him so good, and his passing had become worse, resulting in a lot more interceptions. And as a result of all this, RG3 ended up spending the rest of his career as a backup after the 2014 season. 7th round pick Peyton Hillis surprised everyone back in the 2010 season while playing for the Cleveland Browns, where he had over 1,500 yards from scrimmage, which ranks 6th in the NFL. And after this season, he was even on the Madden 12 NFL cover. But after this season, he dealt with hamstring and concussion issues, and he was never able to have another season over 1,000 yards. Just another example of the Madden curse. Now, Josh Norman has obviously had a good NFL career, lasting over 10 years, but Josh Norman was at his peak in 2015 when he had 6 forced turnovers, 2 touchdowns, and had many crazy moments during the season, like his beef with wide receiver Odell Beckham that went viral on the internet. And after having a Pro Bowl season in 2015, Washington signed Norman to a 5-year, $75 million contract. And although he continued to be a solid NFL cornerback in the following years, he was never named a Pro Bowler ever again and wasn't that star lockdown corner that he was during the 2015 season. But after seeing some NFL one-year wonders, comment who you think had the biggest fall off and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.